In this video, I'm going to share with you 50 ideas split into 7 money habits to cut 70% off your food bill. In the next few minutes, I will describe each habit and the related saving ideas. After watching, mark down your favorite items, try them out, check your achieved savings and watch it again to get your next ideas. Repeat this cycle until you have all ideas covered and achieve the highest possible savings rate from your grocery bill. This video is presented to you by The German Engineer, your channel for money, savings, efficiency and growth. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like and subscribe button to make sure you're not missing out on any update. Let's get started. Habit number 1, planning. An hour of planning can save you 10 hours of doing. This quote is speaking for itself, and therefore we go right into the most important things to know about planning your meals and groceries. Sign up for newsletters, discount apps and social media groups. If you have the right resources of information, you can compare across multiple stores and secure the best offers. Do this as your very first action if you haven't done it yet. It will provide you great saving potential. Take a piece of paper and a pen to plan your meal every week. Add the dishes you are going to cook for the upcoming week, check ingredients you have on hand, and add the missing items to your shopping list. This way, you will develop a routine of managing your inventory and you only buy what is required. Set up a system in your fridge and food cabinet. You can organize in many different ways according to your personal needs. Key here is that you have everything you need always on the same spot, so there is no long searching and overlooking of items. This way, you reduce your planning time and the risk of items exceeding their shelf life is reduced. Take the prepared shopping list to the supermarket and, most importantly, stick to it. It is simple advice, but a helpful way not to overstock and, most importantly, not to forget anything. If an item is missing during your planned shopping trip, you have to go again, which costs time and money. Never go hungry. According to a study by the University of Southern California, hunger leads to considerably higher spending. People spend 60% more when they are hungry. Also, more non-food items land in the basket. Keep this in mind when you buy your next groceries. Bring your own shopping bag. Many countries charge for plastic bags. If you add this up over a year, there is some saving potential to be gained. In addition, you do something good for the environment. Timing. If you have already established your favorite supermarkets, find out when they get their fresh deliveries. This means they have to clear their existing stock and consequently you can expect some discounts. It may take some time to find out the exact schedule, but once you are behind it, the effort pays off and you can benefit from the best deals. Kids. If possible, try to schedule your shopping trip without kids. There are many similar studies on this, but all show the same conclusion. Kids drive more impulsive buying decisions and therefore add items to the basket that were not on the shopping list. Also, marketing experts know exactly how to trigger kids' attention. For example, think about the toys and candies positioned on the checkout while queuing up. Do your grocery shopping with full energy. If the mind is worn out, stressed, tired or exhausted, good deals could be easier overlooked. Know your prices. Check which product you buy most, for example, milk, cereal and coffee. Make sure you write down the prices and have your list ready for comparison whenever a deal comes up. This is your basis for catching great deals and therefore very important to do diligently. Do your homework. Once you understand your key unit prices and you already hit some successful deals, this is a strong motivation to keep going. Develop a routine and compare week by week, month by month, year by year, how much you paid for which item, and set continuous targets to make sure you keep out looking for always better deals. Meal prep. Cook more portions and store them in the freezer. It can help to cut down the cost per meal. This is a perfect way to process discounted goods with soon ending shelf life or large quantity of fresh produce. Also, having some meals always ready to access can reduce stress when you run out of groceries. Consequently, it adds risk to spend on some more expensive items on short notice. Habit number 2. What to buy. To change your life, you need to change your priorities. This habit is about reflecting and adjusting your priorities. Avoid, or at least try to reduce, packaged and processed items. This is not only contributing to a healthy lifestyle, it also reduces the amount of money spent. Besides saving time, there is no benefit to be gained from packaged and processed foods. The same applies to ready-made meals. These are often complete dishes in a plastic package to be heated up quick and efficient in the microwave. This comes at a cost, as these meals are more expensive compared to the freshly produced dishes. Did you ever wonder what these brands have in common? They are all owned by big and well-known supermarket chains. This means supermarket chains often sell their own packaged products, which have a lower cost structure compared to the well-established brands. The marketing spending on these usually is very low, and therefore customers can benefit from a low price at the same quality compared to the established brands. Often, these products are even produced at the same factories. Here are some clues how you can identify them. Check out on the supermarket websites, often they promote their own brands there. If you see a product packaging that appears to be very simplistic and you never heard of it before, this might be a strong indication that you look at a supermarket-owned brand. And they are often located in the upper and lower shelves. Look out for these supermarket-owned brands because there is quite some saving potential to be captured. Buy frozen fruit and vegetables. Often, frozen vegetables are put in the freezer only a few hours after harvesting. This means vitamins and nutrition value are still contained. This is a good alternative to fresh foods, as they are often but not always cheaper. Compare which ones work out best for you. Buy whole foods and avoid pre-sliced and pre-packaged. Often, you see cut fruits nicely presented in a plastic container, readily chopped for your immediate consumption. You pay the person or the machine that is washing, chopping, and packing all of that. Consequently, you are better off doing it yourself. For the same reason, grated cheese is more expensive compared to a block of cheese. Compare the cost and consider grating it yourself. Do you enjoy a rich breakfast with muesli or cereal? Consider replacing parts of it by oatmeal, as it is often the cheaper alternative. And let me add one non-food item for this habit, as there is some good savings to be achieved. The production cost of cleaning detergent is less than 5% of the retail price. It consists of water and a few chemicals blended in a simple vessel. Look out for refillable cleaning detergent, or even better, make it yourself. There is plenty of information available on YouTube, Facebook, and other social networks. Find out how to do it yourself and save some money here. Habit number 3, how to buy. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. This habit deals with the way you make your purchase decisions and shows ideas how to think different. Aim for discounts. As this is a pretty basic one, there is not much to add here, except one important remark. A good deal is only a good deal if you really need the discounted item. If you end up with a basket full of discounted items that you had no use in the first place for, it's a sign that you were walking into the trap of the marketing department. Therefore, always compare the shopping list and your inventory at home. Compare offers and go to the supermarkets where your items are cheapest. The marketing department of a supermarket chain is dealing the whole day with the question, how can I get the customer to come to my shop versus competitor's shop? This means you often will find some very attractive discounts in the advertisements, and then you spend the money on general necessities that are not discounted. If you have the time, you can play the supermarkets to your favor by getting the cheapest item in each location. It might add some time, but it will pay off at the end. Be careful to choose the big shopping cart. There is a reason why supermarkets offer huge carts, trolleys or bags. The bigger the cart, the smaller your groceries will appear. This trick is designed to fool you into thinking your cart is still emptier than it actually is, and consequently you are tempted to fill in more. Therefore, it is always good to have the shopping list with you to avoid falling in this trap. Look in the upper and lower shelf. The most expensive items are stored in the height of your eyes. Therefore, make it a routine to always look at the products not popping into the eye directly on the upper and lower end of the shelf. There, you also find the supermarket-owned brands described earlier. Before buying bigger packages, make a quick check on the unit prices. Often, bigger packages are a trick designed to lure you into thinking you automatically save money. This is not always the case. Therefore, compare unit prices by dividing the weight by the price for each packaging size and compare the values. If necessary, take a calculator or your phone to make sure you only buy bigger packs when there is saving potential to be captured. Check out the biggest products you consume over a year. You can find great deals if you buy your annual consumption at once, avoiding the supermarket and going directly for the warehouses, depot sales and restaurant suppliers. Make sure you are buying items that you can use before they expire and you have sufficient storage in your space at home. Factory sales. Do you have any food or toiletries factory nearby your home? Check on their website if they have a factory shop where you can buy goods with minor damage on the packaging or some different appearance. Often, these items are perfectly fine and can be bought at a discount of 30% and more. Look out for shops on the internet. Individual distributors, eBay, or any other sales channel could have some great deals for you. You would be surprised how cheap you can get some of your groceries when buying in large quantities on the internet. For example, if you normally buy 1 kg of rice, think about stocking for your full year demand and buy 100 kg if there is a retailer that sells these quantities. This requires some research, but the savings often is worth the effort. Group up with friends and organize a buying group. This can be on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, or any other social network. Hereby you can increase the combined buying quantity and therefore each one gets a lower per unit price as a result. Free food items are still widely available. Look out for vouchers and giveaways. The best information source would be a local group in a social network as well. Did you join a loyalty, rewards or cashback program yet? The way it works is simple. Once you are registered, you go to the supermarket, pay your groceries and show your cashback card. Then you collect points which can be used for your next purchase and so on. There are many different providers out there. Do some research and try to find the one meeting your needs. Habit number 4. How to pay. You must gain control over your money, or the lack of it will forever control you. There are 3 ideas here to show you how to think about the way you manage the payment for your groceries. Pay with cash. It is as simple as that. Credit cards are designed to trick the consumer into a behavior to spend more money by charging the account later. Consequently, the risk to run into financial problems due to lack of transparency is higher. We will not go into further details of credit cards, but remember that fees are charged and therefore they are a bad instrument to save and build up a solid financial situation. Have you ever experienced this situation? You come home after your grocery shopping to find out that some of the items have been charged double or some discounts not applied. After paying for your groceries, make it a routine to check the receipt for wrong items. And also ask for a deal. If you see items soon to expire or with damaged packaging, you can ask for a discount of 30 to 40%, sometimes even more. Make sure you are not bringing up every small item, as this will probably annoy the employees. But I recommend it for expensive items as there is big savings potential. Habit number 5. Indulgence. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Simply put, these are items that are nice to have but not needed. Alcohol. Can you guess the average consumption per head in your country? Assuming you convert all alcoholic beverages into beer. The US consumes 198 liters per head. And the UK consumes even more with 230 liters. Do you think this is a lot? Don't worry. The Germans are even higher with 260 liters per head per year. As nice as it can be to have a drink with friends and family, it is worth reflecting on the amount you buy, as this can increase the grocery bill drastically. If possible, avoid it completely. Going out on a weekend for a nice dinner or having pizza delivered to your door can bring joy and also adds to the emotional well-being. But only until you look at the bill. Try to replace these activities with some homemade meals to contribute to your savings. Coffee. Here are some ideas to think about the cost. The cheapest option is filter and instant coffee. The more expensive version is filter pads followed by capsules. And the most expensive one is coffee you buy on the go. Did you know that you pay around 80 to 100 times the price for a pound of coffee in Nespresso capsules compared to a filter coffee pack? If you have a capsule machine, you may think about the priorities. Also, using an insulated mug for your way to work will save a lot of money over a year. Avoid too many candies. Sweets are usually expensive considering the low nutritional value they add to your diet. Sugar provides a high density of energy and half of it is consumed by the brain. Consequently, sugar creates an addictive behavior and can lead to enormous amount of candy consumption, adding to your food expenses. Replace soft drinks by water. This way, I cut my bill from non-alcoholic beverages by more than 95%. This calculation includes the purchase of the filter system already. Think if this would be an option for you, and if you don't like to drink plain water, try to make some lemonade with it. You will find a large variety of recipes on social networks to inspire you. Avoid vitamin supplements if not specifically prescribed by your doctor. If you have a well-balanced diet, there is no need to add processed and highly concentrated vitamin products. Just to give you a brief idea of the industry size, every human being on the planet would pay $10.5 per year on vitamin supplements if the annual output was distributed equally among the world population. Therefore, consider cutting down if this is also part of your food expense. And then we have meat. It is expensive compared to the alternatives. Consider a meatless diet for maximum saving. If this is out of the question for you, try to replace partially with tofu or other ingredients that are increasingly available everywhere in the world. Look for inspiration from Asian dishes. Most of them have a wide variety of replacement options without sacrificing on taste. Habit number 6. What to eat. Thou shouldst eat to live and not live to eat. This deals with the way you structure your diet, or simply put, replacing items in your daily consumption with low-price alternatives. As an example, consider rice or potatoes instead of noodles. Noodles are processed and consequently more expensive compared to other carbohydrates. Let's look into the food pyramid. If you haven't heard it before, it is not like this. It is rather a recommendation from health authorities how to balance your diet. The categories are different by country, but usually they are fruit and vegetables, starchy foods, proteins, dairy, and sugars. Look into each category and check if there is something you can replace with lower price alternative. Buy seasonal and local products. When you live in Europe and you love avocados, chances they are from Mexico are pretty high. Naturally, you pay a higher price compared to the locally grown food. Check which international items you buy and save by replacing as many as possible with local items. Don't buy frozen pizza. It is very convenient to put a frozen pizza in the oven. I get that. But making it from scratch can save you money, and it also tastes better. And the last habit, number 7, creativity. Creativity is seeing what others see and thinking what no one else ever thought. This will give you a basic idea on some thought processes how to approach your food supply in different ways. Be open for new ideas. For example, if you see a discounted item in the fruit or vegetable section that you never tried before, take the chance and make some dishes with it. By experimenting, you might find a wonderful recipe for lower spending in future. Also, grow your own fruit, veggies and spices. If you have a balcony or garden, check out the possibilities. The examples are limitless and I leave it up to your creativity to explore the options. If you have farmland around you, ask the owner if you are allowed to go to the field and collect the remaining produce after the harvesting machine did the job. This could work for potatoes, onions and whatever grows nearby your home. You can save a lot of money as it is free and your labor is the only investment required. Also, there are many plants and trees carrying fruits, vegetables and nuts on public property without access limitation. Find out what is in your neighborhood and stock up on these free items. And the final one, when you have a big stash of fresh food on hand, get yourself comfortable with food preservation. This can be by either producing soups to freeze for later consumption, or by making marmalade, jam and pickled fruits. The possibilities are huge. Check out recipes and ideas to get inspired. Remember, this might just be the start of your journey. Pick your favorite ideas and implement them. Then watch the video again and adopt the next ones. Repeat this until you have all tips adapted so you also can enjoy 70% of total savings. If you find these tips useful, give it a like and subscribe to my channel so you will not miss out on any update. This video was presented to you by The German Engineer, your channel for money, saving, efficiency and growth. Are you curious how to cut your spending further? Check out my other videos on this channel to help you maximize your savings.